KeepHealthResearch.org researches the world's most advanced home healing devices, and our home use devices work with the cells themselves through energy, the central nervous system, the endocrine system, and the neuromediators which connect into the central nervous system, the DNA itself, the body's light transmission system, and we connect to quantum biology and the body's fractal connections, and linguistic wave genetics as well. And above all, we're dealing with cellular energy and communication. So our technology and research, education, training and support is designed to empower you. And what we're aiming to stimulate is homeostasis, which is a state of biological stability and dynamic equilibrium. So something that's stable can shift its balance all the time. And that's aided by stimulating adaptive reactions. So like a ballerina balancing on her toes, if there's a gust of wind, she needs to adapt to that immediately. And the faster the reactions, the better we can maintain our state of natural balance. So the body restores its balance through self-regulation, using adaptation to create homeostasis. Disturbances come into the system, there are measurements, they go through the controller, they're fed back in, and the body rebalances itself. And the results of our technologies include bone regeneration in 2 years through the ENS, regenerating skin after a serious burn in 6 weeks, and effects on pain, inflammation, and infection. But what you should note from this is no scarring. And so regeneration is defined as like an illness or injury never happened in the first place. And that can be differentiated from energy healing, which is very rapid healing, but which can lead to scarring. So here we have an injury to a face, the teeth and the gums, and the results after 6 days. And a sports injury, the results after 20 minutes in terms of the swelling and the bruising. Some of our devices can resolve bruises in minutes to an hour or so, even with someone who's elderly. And this is an explosive wound on an 83-year-old after only 4 months. An 83-year-old, typically, they're not going to recover from this. And here's a horse wound, because the technologies can be used on animals as well. And the evidence of regeneration is clear. We've got shrinkage of the main scar area, hair regrowth. The minor scars are mostly healed. And in fact, the horse was fit to race and win the next season. And normally, it would have been shot. And normally, in the case of necrosis through something like a brown recluse spider bite, the only option would be surgery to remove the necrotic skin. And this is an 89-year-old actually with Alzheimer's post-operation. Unfortunately, she fell down, broke her femur very badly. These are the results after day 34. Even the scarring is fading. Quite amazing, especially for someone of that age. And here is the result of one treatment of 12 minutes on a traumatic brain injury from birth. And what you see in the left-hand image is there's nobody home. On the right-hand image, this child has suddenly sparked into life. Here's the results of a 54-year-old lady with an eyesight issue. Her vision in both eyes improved by 0.25. I'm speechless, was her response. The treatment time was under 7 minutes on each eye, 1 to 2 times a week for 6 months. That's all. And here are the results on fibromyalgia after only 6 ENS treatments on day 17. I'm experiencing the least pain in my body since being diagnosed with fibromyalgia 2.5 years ago. Some mornings I could barely walk. Bending down was very, very difficult, often needing help to put my socks and shoes on. Immediate pain relief after treatment. Incredible improvement in my movement. I've awoken with full mobility and very little pain. I'm up and music is on, dancing in the kitchen, laughing with my children, even cried happy tears. So, Keep Health's role is to integrate complementary methods and to pick the best methods. And putting them together means that we can get even better, even faster results. The star of the exercise is the human body. But our co-stars here, in this case, are the electrical adaptive stimulators. So we're stimulating adaptive reactions to support homeostasis through electrical energy. And the state-of-the-art devices are the ENS and the ENS+. And they're derived from SCENAR, which was developed by the Russian Space Medicine Program. And the effects of SCENAR on pain are very, very rapid healing, inflammation, edema, which is fluid retention, blood circulation, blood clotting, allergies, swelling, spasms, muscle tone and reactions, cosmetology, which is wrinkle removal, fever reduction, normalizing the functions of the metabolism and the general state, including sleep, appetite and mood, hormone regulation and shock. And there have been hundreds of studies into SCENAR. So how does it work? It produces artificial electrical nerve impulses, and it uses harmonics, which is frequencies the body uses, especially for its own healing. And it reads nerve signals and stimulates to create biofeedback. And in the process, it also improves communications and coherence, and it stimulates the body to produce neuropeptides, the body's natural healing pharmacy. So there are 3 main results: energy the body can use for healing, improved communications, and neuropeptide production. So, how does the central nervous system work? Well, it uses energy in the form of electricity. It has a specific language though, particular harmonics and frequencies it uses, and it uses nerve impulses for its messaging. So how does the SCENAR link into this? Well, it uses electricity as well. It uses the same harmonics the body uses. It creates artificial nerve impulses, and it adds something else, which is a biofeedback loop. So as the responses improve from the body, it sends in different frequencies to stimulate even more, even better, even faster responses. And we can consider this to be like a music teacher. Here we go, play this note, looking like a nerve impulse. The body sends a signal back. No, that's not right. Let's try again. Same signal. Here's our response. Yes, that's right. That's an adaptive reaction. Now, unlike the SCENAR, the second generation of the Cosmodic actually stimulates regeneration. What do we mean by this? Improvement in cosmetology in terms of wrinkles, this time rejuvenation, not just wrinkle reduction. Obstetrics and gynecology, male problems, urinary disorders, stress and pain relief. Although SCENAR is better at fast pain relief. And when we're using these two devices for chronic illnesses, we tend to use them together, unlike the late devices. Eye disorders, immune modulation, pre and post surgery, first aid and resuscitation, musculoskeletal issues, respiratory issues, digestion, the nervous system, cardiovascular issues, ear, nose and throat, children's diseases and infectious diseases. So how does this work? Again, it uses harmonics, the electrical frequencies the body uses, but this time it has not one but 46 simultaneous biofeedback loops, and that stimulates regenerative processes via the central nervous system. And this is more like the conductor of an orchestra. It uses electricity again, it uses harmonics again, but this time it stimulates biofeedback through having 46 simultaneous biofeedback loops. ENS is the next generation following on from this, so it promotes energy healing and regeneration. It incorporates both SCENAR and Cosmodic technology, but it also adds ENS mode, which is organised packets of micro-resonances, tiny harmonics used by all the cells and organs of the body. So ENS does everything the SCENAR and Cosmodic does, but better and faster. So we can add this ENS harmonic information, which is its own special healing modality, to SCENAR for energy healing and Cosmodic for regeneration. They all work together. And now we have the ENS Plus, which includes a new Cosmodic Plus mode, which is even more of the same. Now, some relative contraindications apply, and you can check before use on our website, or you can ask us, because that's what we're here to do. Our devices co-star the low-level laser, and there are 10,000 plus studies into the low-level laser. Its effects include promotion of leukocyte activity, white blood cells, macrophage activity, vascular regeneration, fibroblast proliferation, osteoblast proliferation, early cell regeneration, so stem cells. It re-energizes cellular membranes. It enhances the immune system. It increases collagen for cosmetology. It increases tensile strength, accelerates wound healing, stimulates bone and tissue regeneration, and enhances cell differentiation. It also reduces inflammation and pain. It aids the uptake of nutrients and oxygen to each cell of the body. It helps the cells to expel the respiratory byproducts. It improves proprioception, which supports the regulatory systems of the entire body. It also stimulates photobiomodulation and the circadian rhythm. It stimulates T cell, which boosts immune performance. It boosts heart rate variability, stress reduction. It relaxes muscles. It stimulates nerve regeneration. It's useful in diabetes management, bites and stings, and killing bacteria. Our next device is the healing blanket. So how does this work? It protects the body from disturbing electromagnetic frequencies from things like computers and mobile phones. But more than that, it reflects the biofield back to the body itself, and therefore it acts as an energetic mirror. And this supports and amplifies the effects of other healing modalities. And you can consider it to be a basic biofeedback mechanism. And we also have alpha learning, brain training. So how does brain training work? Well, the brain uses specific frequencies for specific functions. Light and sound are used to apply the same frequencies to the brain through the eyes and the ears. In the process, the hemispheres rebalance immediately, and the dominant hemisphere can assist the weaker side. And we don't just have neuroplasticity, but neurogenesis, which means new neural networks are built very rapidly. So the effects of brain training include general effects on the immune system, improvement in traumatic brain injuries, dyslexia, addictions, ADD, autism, sports, reading improvement, learning improvement, improvements in depression, stress, fatigue, memory, post-traumatic stress disorder, and the IQ is typically boosted by at least 10%. More or less, here are some of the results of the Institute for Advanced Human Potential in the United States. They performed studies on 25,000 brain-injured children over decades. In that process, 84% of blind children's sight was restored, 83% of deaf children's hearing was restored, and 40% of children unable to move were able to crawl afterwards. So, welcome to the work of Keep Health International Scientific Research Association. We research and integrate technologies for general health, chronic illness, injury restoration, regeneration and rejuvenation. You can join for €30 and in the process you get an affiliate link, which means that you can get a percentage of the people that you refer to the association. And at the same time you can access technology, research, training and support to empower yourself, improve your life and help your family and friends. Restore, regenerate and rejuvenate, because some of this technology actually is rocket science.